Keep running it till it works. Mount Uwu. Favorite attack. Attack is very unassuming, but it is surprisingly dangerous for how unassuming it is. Actually, oh, you decided to start doing some extra. How's that treating you? First try ED on the day. Frickin' Mount Uwu.
Run it back.
Oop. Nice. One. I just want to get done with Yugi. Come on. Yuki's so annoying. Yuki. I feel like Yuki's just way more annoying than Alice. She feels easier, but then the end result just seems to be harder. Okay. Let's not sit there. Let's go sit here. Oh, come on. Ooh. Nice, a perfect tutorial. Yo, what up, 11? Hope you're doing well. See how nice Touhou is when, like, the spells go well? Okay, that was, speaking of spells not going well. To scatter my practice around before I feel like doing some, that. By cat, I mean catwalk. Thank you, VicNut, for the follow. I appreciate it. Well, that's not what you should do. You to my party later. Well, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. You know, it depends on how far I even get in Devil of the Decline. But appreciate it nonetheless. I mean, how dare you have to wake up early? You should be here the entire time. And if you're not, then you're banned. So much of the spell just comes down to that first 2 seconds of her shooting bullets. Can we ban this early? Hey, I'm not actually banning you. Yeah, don't worry. Listen, I'll only ban you when you start typing copy-pastes of foreign languages again. Okay, you haven't done that today, so you don't get your daily ban. This spell doesn't have the reputation that, frankly, you don't have to leave any copy paste. You can just leave with, like, normal words. Anyway, what I was saying is, you know, this spell doesn't have the reputation that, say, Catwalk, UNR, and Pet of Flare have, being the 3 attacks of the game that are probably harder than this. But this attack is kind of disgusting. And by kind of, I mean very disgusting. I should be practicing the final whenever I cap this. What did you just post? I see in my peripherals. Oh, it's just a centipede, that's fine. I didn't press left. This attack requires some of the most concentration of any attack in the entire game to do well. It's like Pet Flare is, or not Pet Flare, UNR is really peculiar for an attack. Or really peculiar for a very hard attack, I should say. And like Catwalk and Petaflare seem pretty standard. This one is definitely closer to those two, but it's I think that's difficult to, like, visualize. Especially if you're constantly looking at, like, the next red bullets. And sometimes the start of the next wave that isn't moving overlaps with it. And it gets really awkward. I definitely say if you get good enough, it's like, it's easier. It's probably more consistent if you're really experienced with it than, say, the likes of Catwalk, UNR, Peta. But my experience with that, with your former strategy of staying in the same spot for 2 waves and then moving over, is when I came back to start the LNBing for this game, I tried that strat for like 100 attempts, and it fucking sucked. Like, you can go watch one of my earlier, VODs on YouTube for this game, but, like, I sat there and I spent forever trying that strat, and it was just awful. So you loop the music? That's a good question, because I actually had this question for a long time. If you have the prac going, TH-prac, which lets you practice this, the backspace button opens up this menu, and you can select Everlasting BGM like I have. The backspace button died by default. I don't know if you can change the hotkey or anything. But, like, if I say stand here, and then you go over here for 2 waves. Like, it can definitely work. I just found it when I was learning to be a lot more... How do you open it? First things first, you need to download the prac. Touhou prac, this is what it's called. I don't have a link for it, but then you just hit the backspace key once you activate it from the game, and it pops up this menu. Some of the different games have different quirks, like this one only has 6 different buttons you can have going. Some of them have more, like, I think, like 10 Desires has like an infinite trance button or something. They have their own gimmicks. My point being for this spell is that I went from doing the move every 2 waves to doing this misdirection, and I went from having like literally no success to having some success. So I keep doing this direction. That was bad bait. I think with this shot type it also kills quicker. This will not be an early kill because it's too much to the right. But it's a difficult spell regardless. Why do I feel like my damage is so low right now? Like, normally I average like 28-second kills on this. I'm going too fast. I'm moving to the side too fast, I think is what it is. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, that was still long. Oh, I didn't move to the right. You want to play Rainbow B? Yes! We need more Rainbow B players. Rainbow homing is superior. Even if this game is dog shit homing. What up, Buggo? You know, Rainbow B does have one thing in this game, and that is she is not Marissa C. I fuck that one up like 10,000%. It's a lot more beginner friendly than Reimusi at the very least. But otherwise, it's the second worst shotgun in the game. He's letting off fireworks? Why are they letting off fireworks? It's the middle of fucking February. Slowly becoming the world's sexiest UNR player? They're nearby-ish. That's really, really specific. Although I do know fireworks are loud. You can hear them from a long ways away. I feel like that potentially, if I get a lot more used to this spell, UNR might be... UNR might be long-term the less consistent, but I definitely feel more consistent at UNR than I do at Petaflare. It's not by much, but it is by a little bit. I don't really want to practice this spell, but I kind of want to finish this Oku streak. Just, you know, what if I have a perfect Oku practice? Practicing the whole can help, you know. Hey, remember when I died to this? In my Forbis last night. Near speed. So, I mean, that makes sense. Fireworks, I feel like, tend to get launched on beaches. But I still don't have, like, a really solid strat for this. I just kind of play to the moment and pray. Spell tends to be mostly instincts. This attack is bullshit. This attack would be plenty fine as a finisher if they didn't fucking add the suction feature to it. Panic. What's up, Green Sun? That bad? It's bad. I hate it solely because of its suction feature. It's not like it's like the most difficult final you've ever seen. It's not even Oku's hardest spell. Not even her second hardest spell. I just fucking hate it. It's like playing against Seiya. It doesn't matter if it's like the hardest thing, although Seiya actually is very difficult on Lunatic. It's not about it being the hardest, it's just about it being the fucking annoying to play against. What finals are harder than Sub-Sun? Let's ignore PC90. I mean, I guess I can talk about PC98. Touhou 1, I'm not going to compare to. But, to be honest, I don't remember Mima Final at all. Yuka Final is probably... I don't know what to think about Yuka Final. Comparably. Because Yuka Final is, really tight, but, like, it's completely static. Yuka Final might be worse. And it's quicker. So that's probably easier. Shinki Final is definitely easier. Shinki Final is not that bad of an attack. Scarlet and Sokyo's harder. Although sometimes it could be easier due to the randomness of it. Scarlet and Sokyo's definitely harder. What is it called? I literally LNN this game. What is that attack called? RB. What is it? Reflowering what is it called? I know it's called RB, 80% reflowering. Shit, I can't remember the name of that. I'm talking about PCB Final. Resurrection Butterfly, that's the R. Yeah, Resurrection Butterfly. It literally LNN that game. I can't remember the name of that spell. Resurrection Butterfly is probably easier than Sub-Sun. If we're talking Imperishable Knight, Imperishable Knight's weird because there's kind of 4 different attacks to talk about. I have no memory of Aaron's, like, normal final. Horai Elixir's definitely harder, but that's a weird one. Horai Jewel, which is Kaguya's normal final, is definitely easier. Rising World is definitely a lot harder. Touhou 10, you got Divine Virtue, Wind God. That's definitely harder. That's a lot harder than this one. Then you got identified or Flying Saucers. Flying Saucers, I don't know what the community response is to Flying Saucers. I hate that spell with a passion more than, I think it's definitely harder than Sub-Sun, but don't quote me on that for sure. Miko's final is probably easier. I don't know the name of that spell. Sukuna final is probably harder. Probably. TDH is obviously harder. Okina's finals. That's a weird one to compare to. Sukuna's finals, but I know I did well against that one too. That's I think Sukuna's, if you're really good, is probably easier. Actually, no, I feel like if you're really good, Sub-Sun's probably easier. I think Sukuna's final has more variability, I feel. Probably. Don't quote me on that. Like I said, PDH is obviously harder. Okina, I mean, her spring and summer finals are regard as probably the two hardest attacks. Her fall and winter are both regarded as hard, but definitely a tier down. But they're probably harder than Sub-Sun. Keiki Final is gonna be... Why are you so far over? I evaded that for you. Yeah, well, let's just say, if you want to go by rankings of the Okina spells, okay, Spring and Summer Final are both given a 10.0, okay, by some of the high-level players. The Summer and Winter, the Fall and Winter Finals are both thrown, I think, around like 7.6, I want to say. They're definitely up there as hard attacks, but they're definitely a couple tiers below, you know, being potentially two hardest attacks in Touhou. Okay, you know what? Let's just go have our fun. My favorite part of the game. That was bad. But yeah, Keiki File's probably easier. I'm not gonna lie, Kaimata, or I'm sorry, Chimata. Her final is, to be honest, I really don't remember it that well. I, like, kind of just got my way through that one for the 1cc on, like, my first try to it, and that was it. And then I don't really count the, Phantasmagoria games because they don't have true finals. So yeah, Sub-Sun is probably one of the easier finals. I still hate it. The problem that Sukuna Final has is that, like, there's, like, the three main waves of bullets, or, like, of the balls. It's like, one of them's aimed at you, and one of them is, like, on a set pattern. And those ones are fine. It's just, like, I forget which color it is. It might be the yellow ones, but I could definitely be wrong. I think they're starting, like, the second wave or something that are just random. And those are the ones that can really fuck you up. Because otherwise, it's mostly a route. It's just those random ones that throw you off. I think a more interesting question is which of the final bosses is the hardest is their hardest attack their final? Again, I don't remember Mima from Touhou 2 that well, so I can't comment on that one. Yuka, I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Jinky, the answer is no. Remy, the answer is no. Yuyuko, maybe depending on who you talk to. Sumizome and RB are obviously her hardest two attacks. I feel like Sumizome's probably harder, so I'd say no, but it's close. I'm not locked in right now. Aaron, I cannot comment on Aaron. I have, like, no knowledge of her difficulty at all. I am not getting good damage on anything today. Kaguya... If you count Rising World, I actually don't know if Rising World is regarded as harder or easier than Buddhist Diamond. I know those are her 2 hardest attacks, definitely, but I don't know which one's regarded as harder. So I'd give her a maybe. Should have had it better than that one. Hanako is yes. Viper Wind God is her hardest attack. Oku is a no. Byakuran is a no, I think. I would say so, but I don't actually know what Byakuran's hardest attack is regarded as. Miko is a no. Sukuna, because Miko has... I forget the name of the Miko attack. Good Omen. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like Good Omen. But to be honest, I don't really know which of Byakuran's attacks is the hardest. I just know it's probably... I don't believe it's the final. But yeah, Miko, I forget the name of the Miko attack. That's regarded as, like, the one that's, like, moderately, like, actually deadly. But, Sukuna, the answer is no. Because, Thorny Path exists. And, Thorny Path is definitely not easier than her final. Junko and Okina, the answers are obviously no. Their finals are the hardest. Keiki's a no, and Kamada, I can't speak to that boss. I fought her once in a run, and that's it. Thorny Path is hard. Oh yeah, definitely. Thorny Path is her hardest attack. At least at, like, LNN, like, base levels. Like, if we're talking 1cc, and you're, like, allowing the use of bombs, finals tend to be made a lot harder because of bomb shields. So, like, you can't bomb your way through a final, generally speaking. Well, you can through, like, PDH, but... But if we're talking spell capture, you know, no bombs, you're just trying to cap the spell raw, then it's definitely Thorny Path. I mean, You Grow Bigger is an honorable mention, I'll say, for also being Sukuna's hardest, but that one, as bullshit as it still is more consistent. Thorny Path just is ugly. It's so disgusting. Sukuna's final two. Yeah, I know there's a few of them. I don't really remember them the best. Because, like, some of them are, like, completely immune. Some only have a bomb shield. Some, I think, like Junko, are completely, like, vulnerable. That was really good damage. It was okay. But I know for consistency on an LNN level, Sukuna's regarded as relatively tame to the rest of the game, but with, like, Thorny Path being a big exclamation mark. You grow bigger having an asterisk next to it because it's gimmicky. And her final being able to pull out cheese occasionally. In terms of, like, consistency I'm talking about. And then there's this spell, my favorite. I actually love this one. Oh, I didn't have to tap left. Let this take my 410 and rip runs in a second.
Okay, class, who is the easiest stage 6 boss on the market?
I don't actually know who's the regards the easiest. It'd either be Yuyiko, Miko, Miko, Keiki, potentially Yuka or Shinki, but Shinki's probably harder than the others. Probably. Go up, Duster. I just wonder if, like, Miko is easier than Keiki. I don't actually know. That's why I say that with a question mark. Because talk about inoffensive bosses, or inoffensive games as a whole, Wily Beast tends to be rather tame. Really appreciate the good luck. With hypers, well, I mean, if you're using hypers, she'd probably be easier. But if we're acting under the assumption of no hypers, can you not do this to me, girl? Oh, I did the out! That's the first time I've ever done that! That was the first time I ever actually did the out where she gives the worst RNG you can get, but you can still get out of it. That's the first time I've ever done that. That's the ugliest non-1 I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way. She proceeded to be ugly after that, regardless. Holy base. The thing about final bosses tends to be like a lot of them are just like, okay, well, not a lot, but it's weird when ranking some like the easier ones because there's a good number of them, or at least a fair handful, like Okina, that are like pretty tame, apart from like 1 or 2 spells or nons. Like, you know, you got Byakuran. Byakuran's kind of a little ugly all around, with a few exceptions. Junko's brutal all around. Remy's brutal all around, right? But then you got, like, Okina, who is... He's got Snowman, which is a problematic spell. And, I mean, we don't have to talk about how difficult her finals are. But otherwise, she's relatively quite tame. It just turns out having a couple of the hardest spells in Touhou is enough to elevate you a little bit. Although I guess I might as well bring it up, because to me it's the most... It's the difficulty ranking I find the most interesting one. To ask Lunatic players specifically, where do people rank Clown Piece on the Stage 5 boss scale? Other spells. That's fair. That's fair. Because, like, the thing with Clown... Because, to me, I'll say, I put her, in terms of Stage 5 boss difficulty, probably about average to a little above average. But she is, like, the one I always find the most interesting, because people either... Because, like, a lot of people, especially... Oh, that was loud. A lot of people, especially not, you know, the insane bunch of people who have, you know, multiple LNNs across games, are always like, she's the worst boss in existence. Specifically normal players, and I'll believe that for normal players as well, because Clown Piece has a ridiculously high skill floor. But I'm always interested in Lunatic's players' perception of her. And not just LNN Lunatic players, but, like, Lunatic players who, like, they go for 1CCs, maybe a couple LNBs, but that aren't, like, you know, Lunatic players that aren't out here grinding every LNN. Or at least multiple. Warmed up in the lab you won? Yeah. She just dropped like a rock. And I don't appreciate it. She just... What? How low can she go? Girl's trying limbo out here. Good grief. If like Sage and then Clown Piece, that is an opinion. I don't agree with it. I definitely don't agree with it. But I do respect it. Now, part of that opinion is due to the fact that I absolutely love the Clown Piece fight. It's one of my favorite fights in Touhou. It was the first Stage 5 boss fight that I was like, I want to perfect this boss. So then I grinded for a perfect Clown Piece. Oh! It's out of left field. Because if I hear, like, the opinion of, like, high-level Clampy's like, she's fairly difficult for a Stage 5, but she's definitely nowhere near the top of the list, you know? But then when you ask anybody else, especially normal players, they're like, she's the worst existence on Earth. So I was, like, hearing people's opinions. Her first two non-spells are really fun to me. Like, they're like Catswalk levels of fun. I think I enjoyed Catswalk a little bit more. But her first two nons are really fun. Star and Stripe is definitely nowhere near as fun. And the rest of her is solid. I don't really like the grazing Fires of Hell attack or whatever that one is. But otherwise, the rest of her, I fucked this up like so much. Holy shit. World's most normal non-3. Those, you mean spells? The Star and Stripe is a spell. Oh, except Flash. Yeah, Star and Stripe. Yeah, that's what I mean. Clampiest non-spells are all fine is not an opinion I've ever heard before. So that is a new one. Every spell except Star and Stripe being fine, I've heard before. Because all the other ones tend to be fairly routable. Even if some of them, like the Grazing Hell, is kind of ass. Was really that bad? Well, let me give you the LNN. Let me give you the Oscar opinion, okay? Arguably the best LoL-K player, survival player out there, okay? It's, all the spells generally except Star and Stripe are pretty routable. And non-spell 3 is routable. Non-spell 3 is pretty tame. Nons 1 and 2 are just gigantic piles of piss and shit in terms of, like, difficulty. Like, 90% of her 90% of her difficulty is her first two nons and Star and Stripe. Orin got a little frisky there, I didn't like that. In terms of consistent high level, I will say. That is the common consensus I've heard amongst LNN players. Don't do that to me. Now, of course, if you're Oscar, then you just cap everything without a question, you know? Generally speaking. But that's besides the point. It's like, the Cloud Beast nons are definitely learnable, but there's enough variability, because if she moves down, it makes it really awkward. Like, if she moves up on the screen, it's great. And so you can get some really, like, solid RNG. And once I, like, did them enough, I got fairly smooth at them, I'll say. But one of the problems is, especially with Reimu, is your damage is not great. And those nons have, like, they have so much HP. like Lolke attacks have Lolke has a lot of HP. Attacks have a lot of HP. But Clown Piece's nons are ridiculously long. Again, her third one, not too bad, broadly speaking. You're beaten in time. No, you cannot leave. If you are here, you have to save. If you're gone, then you're gonna get put down. I did not like what you just did there, Satori. Woo! I was running right back to that bullet. What is that?
Oh, that was disgusting. I love Demon Parade.
Okay, what's worse though? Clown Piece nons or Bullet Golem? Narumi's Touhou 6T in Stage 4. Narumi's second to last spell or last spell? Also known as one of the most miserable attacks in Touhou. Gosh, I hate that attack so much. Nice and textbook. Okay, now for the disgusting. Fuck this game. Also known as the kitty cat.
Ah!
Couldn't get around that one in time.
That's a problem.
Well, got away with one miss on Catwalk.
Oh, the blue fucking piece of shit cocksucking.
Thing chasing you? Yes. That one's Bullet Golem.
Freaking some piece of shit spirits.
Okay, which Touhou character deserves to get dropped off a cliff the most? I don't like this, but the fairy's getting really low. I'm actually just cracked, though. Ichika's illegal spell cards? That's fair. That's very fair. I don't know if I'll agree with that, but she's definitely a top-tier candidate. I think if we can combine both Orin and Chen, that'd be my pick. Michael Cat can get spared. For now. Whoa, you do not have to do that, shoddy. Go the long way. I didn't really trust going for the quicker one. That's a perfect Orin. Orin's not on the list anymore. She's taken off temporarily. I mean, yes, I died to Catwalk, but that's not the main boss. But that's true. Kagero is pretty bad. But the thing is that Kagero has over Seija is Kagero doesn't flip your screen. Kagero just fills your screen with a billion bullets, which is pretty bad, don't get me wrong. But Kagero isn't out here reversing your controls or some garbage. Compared to Seija, that is, you know. Did I... Yeah, I messed that one up. I completely forgot my timing as to when I'm supposed to cut that. Oops. Get a perfect Orin, and then you die to that. I should be shooting. I think I'm gonna time this one out. Whoops. Yeah, the sad reality, Gypsum, is I have friends who play Overwatch. I played that once. It's probably like 6-7 years ago. Used to play with my friends because they played Overwatch. I haven't touched that game in like 4 or 5 years. Not since it became Overwatch 2. I mean, it depends on who you ask, in terms of gameplay-wise. Although I will say, most people I've talked to as of late have all said that Marvel Rivals, which I also never play, mind you, is literally just infinitely better gameplay-wise. But I don't play shooters myself, really.
Oh, that was good. That was so good, too.
Yeah, dunking on Overwatch is a common thing, and it does deserve it. But, you know, that's because dunking on Blizzard is something they generally deserve. Because, Blizzard. I can make some comments on Blizzard, but, I'd rather not delve into topics that are a little too questionable. I mean, like I said, I don't play either of them. I don't really like that genre of game. I also generally get hard off of, like, seeing major games fucking just shit the bed. So, you know. Did I smile when Concord failed? Absolutely. Drive the Yukamon. There's a Yukamon? Oh yeah, I guess Damikos did put images of that in the Discord. Oku, where are you? Where am I? There's a lot of bullets. That was a quick kill. Hey, actually, this morning off stream, I don't normally play much Lost Branch off stream, but I was messing around with the, I was messing around with the new Yomu stuff to see, try to get a better opinion on some of it. That was a 1 miss Oku. It was a 2 miss stage 6 because I died to the freaking spirits. I also timed out a the mid spell by accident, but you know. Perfect Orin and 1 Misoku is pretty good. I'll take it. Not a 4 miss or better. Unbelievable. Can't believe I didn't PB. After I PB'd yesterday. It's unbelievable. Nice. Again! It's only been an hour and a half. I got more time before I go declining with the Devils. Man, that blowhole's looking kind of fantastic. Boulders. Reimu's one weakness. Was that ultimately? Is that a 6 miss? And if you count the timeout, then it would be technically a 7. But people don't usually count it that way, but I will. Call it 6.5. Can you not, like, do this? I walked right into that blue bullet. Can you just, like, not go down? Oop. Yeah, cognitive behavior. What is wrong with me right now, dude? Bro gets a 6 miss and then forgets how to fucking play. Yeah, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT with Yuka. Made alongside with the game of, Sakyo gives you life advice and dabs. I know that one. I've never actually seen the Yuka one. I've seen the Sakyo one. I've only heard of the Yuka one, though, in memes. Listen, you gotta understand how Yuka fans are, okay? Yuka fans tend to be some of the most down bad of down bad there exists. If Fami was here, he could tell you about time in his chat that People were talking about getting stepped on by Yuka. Okay, can you go up? I don't trust that well. That wasn't awful, though. That wasn't straight down. Which Touhou character has the worst fans? Gosh. We need to get to the bottom of this. Obviously, some of the go-tos you could say are like, you know, Yuka would be very high on that list. If we're talking... Okay, maybe not the worst. Let's go most down bad. We're familiar with our terms here. Although you could also say worst. And probably have a very similar conversation. Obviously, the likes of Sakuya and Sanai are gonna get pushed up there a little bit because of reasons. But if you want to go by percentage and not just raw number, there's some other characters I feel that come to mind. Tsukasa. Tsukasa really comes to mind for that one. If you want to go by pure percentage of art, then honestly Arumi is up there too, but she's not a particularly popular character, so you don't get the vast numbers. It's gotta be Yuka. I feel like it's gotta be Yuka. Something about her seems to attract some demographics. I will not allow anyone to shit-talk Rom. Now, I will agree with you that she is very high up on that list in the meantime, but because I've also seen some people, but I feel like I don't know, it's hard to say. The more I think about it, the more I kind of agree. Oh, but I don't know where I don't know where to make the fall though. Because like she's certainly high up on that list. Definitely seen it, but I have more personal experiences seeing Yuka fans. Nice. Ah, you're back. Hate to break it, Buggo, but I didn't TB that run. I got a 6 miss, which is still pretty good, but surrounded food. Oh, are you one of those Saiyan Ron fans like I try to be? Mind you, I'll mention Ron number 1, Remy number 2 for my personal list. No, I didn't get PB. I said I got a 6 miss. Oh, of course. The moment I talked about that Game Glitcher show, Game Glitcher stays lurking in the shadows. The moment I make any mention of something from EOSD, fucking Game Glitcher shows up. It's like it's like the bat signal for him. Shit, someone mentioned EOSD. I must go. Yeah, Ron does have a very high proportion of that, but I also agree with that, and based on where in the community it's seen. Second Fluffy Tails. Ron became my favorite character because Touhou 7, second game I played, her extra stage was like one of my favorite. I loved her extra stage when I played it like the first time, or like trying to play it through for clears. And her theme is my favorite Touhou theme. And I loved her design, so she became my favorite character. She doesn't even have the best lewds of her. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, if you're looking for lewds, obviously the best way to go is, like, Reimu Armpit. Like, if you're not looking for that, you're not a real Touhou fan. But here's the thing. I only know the bare minimum of her involvement in Touhou 19. To be honest, I really know very little about the... I probably know more about the plots in the PC 98 games than I do about shenanigans in Touhou 19. I just like, I know about her Mafia gang backstory. At least I know of it. I don't think I should say I know much about it, but... All I know is that, Necro Fantasy is a straight banger. Absolute straight banger. And that fight is really fun. Especially for me, who is not that experienced, like, was fairly experienced, but not that experienced with Touhou at the time. If you had to work for one of the matriarchs, who'd you pick? I don't know enough about them. I don't know, Yuma looks kind of tame in, 19. Like, her base sprite looks pretty basic. Like, pretty laid back, so maybe her. Which matriarch is the least likely to get me killed? Also, perfect stage 3. Let's go. I could like Touhou 17 and Touhou 19. I'm not like very up on a lot of the specifics. With characters and such. Like, I know a bit. I know some of like the broad things, but... Oh, fuck! She did the weird thing. I killed the one ahead of time. it throws me off loop when I kill one of those fairies that time. Hope for Mr. X. Actually, Game Glitcher, I have to ask you though, because you showed up like partway through. Let me ask you this from a hold on, I got to sneeze. Yeah, well, it's lingering. Okay, I think it's going away. Would you agree with the idea that Yuka fans, on average, are the most down bad Touhou fans? Oops. Because the conversation that brought up Ron and such was started off the question of which character has the most down bad fans. Byakuya and Mei Ling, really? How many down bad Byakuya and Mei Ling fans are you looking at? Like, I know Family Team. I can't say I've ever, like Byakuya, I understand, like, a little bit, because, you know, the fighting games, it's got that, but, like, compared to, like, the likes of, like, Sakuya, Sanai, Mei Ling. Mei Ling, I think, deserves honorable mention, but, like, Sakuya, Sanai, Ron, Yuka... Do I need to mention Yuka? Side travel. Yeah, I wouldn't be I mentioned her on that list. I would not be surprised if she's there. I only said Yuka because of how down bad I've seen people talk about one get stepped on by Yuka. I've seen it a lot. It's I definitely believe Byakuran's up there. I didn't think about the fighting game comparison. So she definitely, I think, is higher than a lot, but I don't know. I feel like Byakuya fans aren't as vocal about their obsession as Yuka fans tend to be. Actually, this started because Gypsum mentioned that there's something in the Yuka mod for Lost Branch references cognitive behavioral therapy with Yuka, also known as CBT with Yuka. You know, everyone's favorite thing. No, well, here's the thing about my thought with Yuka fans there, though. Is that's all they are horny posters. I feel like every Yuka fan is a horny poster. I feel, at least every Yuka fan I've interacted with. Which, to be honest, is not a ton. But you see people talking about getting stepped on by Yuka one too many times, which, to be honest, is one. But if it's more than one, too, it starts to get a little questionable. I gotta go back to what I mentioned like a couple days ago, where it's like Touhou 20. I want Zune to bring back like a bunch of characters just to kill them off. And like specifically a bunch of popular characters. So like you could definitely bring her back, kill her off. Boom. Oh, Patchouli? Oh yeah, she's here. Dead. Gone. Beheaded. Flan, haven't seen her in a while. Boop, she's dead. I just love to see the reaction to that happen. And now you could sit here and be like, well, it doesn't matter, Yuka's already dead, because she's never coming back. What is this? Whee! Actually, right. I know. I just love to see what happened if the Zune brought a bunch of characters back just to kill them. Brings back the PC-98, the entirety of the PC-98 cast, only to have them beheaded. Oops. Has been saying no named Touhou character will die because of this or that. Interesting. Dude, if he pulled 1A, that'd be funny. I never knew he actually said anything like that. I kind of assumed he'd never kill anybody, especially at this point. It'd be kind of weird.
Rest in peace, Aku, of course.
And Alice. Alice is also dead. Well, besides those. Well, to be fair, if you want to talk about, like, gameplay-wise, Medicine is, like, just so broken in POSV, right? Like, Medicine and Aya are just absurdly broken in Touhou 9. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want named Touhou characters. I don't want him to kill off named Touhou characters. I feel like serious writing stuff like that is not necessarily, and plot twists and stuff like that are not the way that Touhou is or should be. I don't think that's how Touhou is, like I said. But it would be really funny. You gotta admit, it would be really funny. See him kill off a bunch of characters just to see how people would, like, react. Since only broken versus the AI. I mean, yeah, her, like I said, in terms of like the raw gameplay, her and Aya are broken because they kill the AI. They shred the AI. And if we're talking about, like, the dialogue of the game with the actual, like, conversations, then that's what's relevant, right? You know, who interacts with who. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just shits and giggles. Stupid conversations have stupid conversations about, but... Oh, actually, you'd be even better. Not only he brings like a ton of Touhou characters back to like die, but specifically he also brings back Yorihime and Toihime, and they kill like 40 characters. Like they specifically are the ones that kill him. Now that would be great to see the reaction of. My picture. There's bullets coming at my face. Hold on. I cheated. I pause buffered to dodge that bullet. Oops. I shook my desk and it knocked over a picture. Okay, I'll give it a few more minutes. I will move to to some declining soon. A genuine... No, I don't believe you. I don't believe those exist. As much as I'd love to see PC98 stuff come back, which I would 100%, I also like I'm torn because I would love to see Mima come back, but I also don't want to give everybody who talks about Mima, bring Mima back, fucking 50. I don't want to give them what they want. That's the other problem. So I'm like really torn on that front. Listen, the last thing you should ever do is give fans what they want. Oh, so you're LARPing as, I'm one of the good ones, guys. I've seen it. I've seen this before. Mods, take him out. Wait, I don't have any mods. It's over. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Well, too bad for you. He already showed up and left because he said he has to wake up early tomorrow. So 11 won't be here to post that. Well, let's not go that far, Namikos. You don't have to talk it up that much. Okay, Parsi, you're never cringe, right? We'll ignore when you were just cringe. You're never cringe. That was, that's pretty tight. Speaking of going to bed at a reasonable hour, yep, back to the work week, you know, Sunday night. Can't stay up like I've done the last 2 nights. It was a work night. Nice. Almost messed that one up, but we didn't. Oh, Yellow Nun's my favorite attack in this entire game. Or my favorite attacks. There are 2 of these. I know, that's what I mentioned before. I was like, it would be I remember mentioning it at some point, like a couple weeks ago or some shit, some off conversation. It'd be really funny if, like, Zoo was like, oh, here's a PC9 character. Oh, who is it? It's fucking, like, Ellis. Right? Like, just bring back Orange. Just some, like, random, like, one that, like, it's just in the middle. Bring back Kickery. Ooh, a little tight. Oh, yeah, just bring back, like, just someone who can, you know, like, when people want characters back, you know, of course, like, I know Yuka's technically been back, but, like, there's, like, Yuka, you know, there's Mima, Yumeimi is a very well-loved character. I love Yumeimi as well. You know, Chiuri is kind of in that same boat alongside Yumeimi. Honestly, even, like, Serial or Kanagara, I could give an honorable mention to. Shinki, right? Yumiko. Nah, bring back, like, Sarah. Like, who the fuck's Sarah? Like, who fucking cares about Sarah? Like, bring her back. The most random, like, bring back of all time. I nowadays quite like Ellis. She's one of my more liked PC98 characters because I really like. Might be my favorite boss in Touhou 1 in terms of, like, the gameplay for. I really liked the Ellis fight. Also, she was phenomenal in Artificial Dream in Arcadia. Loved using her. Die, please. Thank you. Before you hate, yeah, but you also hate like every character. We've already talked about this before. It's like you hate like 90% of Touhou characters. We'll point out mid boss is a good name. Dude, bring back the 5 stones from Touhou 2. Bring back the 5 stones. That was a good Yugi. It's also what I love about Touhou so much is just all the fan stuff, right? Because, you know, otherwise in Touhou, you know, realistically, if this was any, like, other type of product, no one would ever care about Ellis. But the fact that there are these PC-98 characters that people like because of, especially in large part because of fan works and stuff that involve these characters is so unique. The fact that despite Mima never getting brought back and Yuka barely having any appearances after getting brought back, that was really tight. Holy shit. You know, the fact that they're still so loved, and a large part of that is because of popularity from fan works. Bring back Rin from the EOSD files. Hashtag life ended too soon. Put Fortune Teller in one of the mainline games. Oh, whoa! I thought I could get around it. Gosh, this attack is so fucking stressful. Mountain Toss is like fun. It's a little stressful, but it's fun. Freaking Demon Parade is one of the most stressful attacks of the entire game. Holy shit, that attack is so stressful. Clear up bullets, please. Thank you. First trying to get through. Just a shrine maiden, just trying to do my job. Ew, get out of my way. Oh well, one miss. Pretty solid. If you average one miss for the last 2 stages, it's technically a PB. Now the problem is averaging 1 miss per stage. Already 209. I've already been streaming for over 2 hours. Alright, we can just sit here and enjoy the theme. Or you have to start sweating. More wave, don't be cringe.
That was the most disgusting lineup you could do. What part of don't be cringe did you not understand? Oh, I got through it.
Wah. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Ooh, I really stalled that one out. Nice. Let's not push the line. Fuck. Not even close. Another perfect Orin? That's 2 perfect Orins in one day. Clearly that means I'm the best Orin player in the world. Oh, look at that Graze. Look at that juicy, juicy Graze. Yeah, it was a little suspect, but it worked. Okay, remember the cup. Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, let's actually make sure we start shooting at a reasonable time this time so we don't time it out. Okay, I mean, if I perfect Oku, it's a PB. I've never perfected Oku on a run, only in practice. At some point I have to perfect her on a run, so... Oop. I've been having multiple oneness Okus. Nope. Okay, well, that's a bad start. UNR rears its ugly head. Okay, yeah, I deserve that 1000%. That was entirely on me. Oh, come on. Had a flare, you were so kind to me earlier. Oh my goodness! There's another one. Sometimes Petaflare does what Petaflare does. Neither. I mean, the run was dead by that point anyway.
Whee!
Okay, this will be another funny time to cap both Taco and Sup Sun. At least I've been capping Takamak when it matters, but Sup Sun I never cap when it matters. Actually, no, that's not true. My first LNB I capped it when it mattered. Oh, wiggled too much. Okay. Another perfect Orin is beautiful. Oh, God. Nice. A good spot to enter. A 6er and an 8er. Pretty good.